All right, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for watching another one of my cringy videos. You know, we just hit 10,000 subscribers here on the channel, which is amazing. And I actually was planning on doing something kind of special, but it snuck up on me really quick. And we kind of got there before I expected to. So just wanted to say thank you all for subscribing to the channel. I'm gonna set you guys down here and put my boots on. But you know, that means that 10,000 people have either seen a video or found the channel and decided that they wanted to subscribe, which is just unbelievable. Like I said in the last video, I never thought that, I would get this many people choosing to watch my channel. So it is awesome, and I really appreciate you guys. I know, like I said, I'm still trying to kind of find my niche. We haven't really found exactly what it is I want to do. I mean, I do what I want, and that's basically what I do. But it would get boring and it would get old pretty quick if I came out here every day and just did, the exact same kind of video every time. Like if I just did gel tests or, just shooting videos. I like to mix it up so that it's fun for me and fun for you, because I don't want to get burnt out making these videos, because I really do love it. But like I said, I just appreciate you guys so much, and it's just unbelievable that we got 10,000 people who have subscribed to the channel. So maybe the next milestone we hit, we'll be able to afford to do something, cooler and maybe something special, because right now I'm obviously just super demonetized and we can't really, buy anything crazy or anything cool yet. But the bigger the channel gets, hopefully, the cooler videos we'll be able to make. So as you can see, the weather is just terrible. Too bad for me to actually, come out here and shoot and make a full video. So we're gonna walk around the property a little bit, because we're actually planning on building a new shooting range out here in the woods. And I've heard from a lot of you guys in the comments who are interested in the property. You think it's a nice little piece of land, and I thought you guys might want to see the new plans that we have to kind of move the range. So I'm walking around the wood line right now, and this is where we usually film the videos. Up here you can see the big burn pile that you guys have seen so many times, and the burn barrels. So that's obviously where I set up and make most of the videos. But there's a couple problems with shooting out here in this big, wide open piece of land. Number one, the house is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right there. When the leaves aren't on the trees, you can kind of see through here pretty good. But the house is right there, that big white roof that you see. That is the house. So if there's anyone over, or if someone's not feeling well or something like that, it's kind of loud to shoot some of these bigger guns that we have out here, and it can get pretty noisy up at the house. So we actually have a big old chunk of woods out here, and again, it's thicker in the summer, so right now is a good time to see it because you can actually see in there. But a lot of it is down in a ravine, and there's little pieces of land down there that are kind of flat, and a few of them are pretty big. So we're actually going to use one. We found a pretty good size little chunk down there, and we're going to actually use it and clear it out a little bit and start setting up the shooting range down there. Now obviously for some longer range stuff, I might still have to come up here every once in a while and use the big field. But for most of the stuff I do, like gel tests and experiments and stuff like that, most of it can be done down there in the woods. So again, this is the range that you guys have seen 100 times now. And obviously there's my table and my steel torso plate and the big burn pile. We've actually been meaning to burn this for a year and a half now. But we just never got around to it. We tried it once and it was too wet, but we are gonna burn that soon. But also down here, a range I haven't used in a while, we actually have a pistol range down here that I used to come out here and use quite a bit, and I haven't used it in a long time. But here, you guys might remember some videos that I made pretty long time ago now, but there is our plate hanger right there, and you can see some car doors that I have sitting on the picnic table there. And we actually used to have a tarp that would be, good for if it started raining on me or something like that. I could kind of protect my camera equipment underneath there. But like I said, this is a really small little area, so it's only good for, mostly stuff like pistols or maybe gel tests and stuff like that. But all this woods and all this land is my brother-in-law's and my sister's, and they're nice enough to let me come out here pretty much anytime I want and make these videos. So you guys, some of you have asked me in the past, is that yours? Is that your barn? Is that your land? I wish. No, it's not. Hopefully one day I'll be able to, get something like this. You never know. I mean, it's definitely what I love to do, and every little bit of money that I get I would like to invest in something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk down here. We actually already have some stuff that we've taken down. One part that I don't love about this is how you have to get down here. So this is the hill that we have to walk down every time, and we're actually planning on maybe putting some steps here, or maybe just cutting out some little spots in the trail there, maybe some, make it out of some wood or something, because no doubt about it, I'm gonna fall down this thing probably multiple times if we don't figure something out. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to walk down this. It's slippery too, it's muddy out here right now. But you can see from up here, this whole area right here is pretty flat, and it's actually a pretty good size. Especially for making the kind of videos that I do. Something like this is perfect. And once we get down here, you can see that now we're kind of down this, that's probably a 20-foot hill, I would say, and all around we're basically in a bowl. And then out here it actually goes down even further. This is a cool time to see all this because there's no leaves on the trees. But you can see we got a river that flows through here, or a creek, I guess. And then down here, all this land is theirs, and it's just, that's probably 100 feet down if you can see that big riverbed down there, really far down. So it's definitely a lot better to come out here and shoot if we can, because the noise just isn't gonna travel as far to their house and to the neighbor's house. So we've actually cleared quite a bit of this out already. We've obviously taken down some of these smaller trees, and we got a few more of these that we're gonna get rid of. But I honestly kind of want to keep some of the trees because we want to make a little canopy up above, especially for in the summertime. A lot of you guys probably could care less about the production side of things, but whenever I'm out here in the middle of the summer, it's hot, and for cameras, having bright direct sunlight isn't really great. It kind of makes like harsh shadows, and it just kind of screws up things if you're, trying to film a video out in direct sunlight in the middle of the summer. So having a canopy of leaves and branches and stuff like that to kind of block some of that and be mostly in the shade is definitely a lot better. The problem is I don't live here, so for me to come out here at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. when it would be perfect and the sun would be in the perfect spot, it takes too long for me to get everything set up and then, go through that whole process of setting up to make a video, because I have to come out here and basically start from scratch every time I make a video. So if I lived in a place like this, it wouldn't be as important to me, but I'm actually really excited to have a little range out here because I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So like I said, you can see out here a little bit better now because it is winter time and there's no leaves on the trees, but we're actually also trying to figure out if maybe we could get some 200 or 300 yard shots out here if we really, cut a little path and set up some targets. I'm sure you guys can see through here, but if you look like straight that way, or straight like down into that riverbed, like that's 100 yards right there for sure. And then over here, that probably go, I would say 300 yards at least in that direction. And then all this is over here is just a giant hill that goes up the other side, and you can see at kind of the top of the tree line over there, that's where the hill stops. So all this area down here is safe to shoot because it's nothing but trees and just giant hills. So it's actually pretty perfect. So I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be kind of cool having my own little spot down here in the woods where I can shoot and not have to worry as much about disturbing the neighbors or disturbing, my family that lives right there and is nice enough to let me use their property. So we also have obviously a ton of different ideas for stuff we're gonna do. You can see we brought out some lumber already. We're gonna kind of set up little platforms maybe in between, this tree to that tree we've thought about. We've also thought about in between that tree and that tree, because we have to have a little platform to set stuff on, melons and 2 liters and ballistic shell blocks and stuff like that. Of course, I have my table and my steel torso plate. I'll bring them down. I'm probably going to get a couple more steel targets too and set some up at different distances. Like I said, I'm excited to see how far we can stretch this out, because I think, being up on a hill like this, it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to shoot down and get some longer range shots. And maybe we were even able to get up there. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Maybe I'll make a little, little vlog series out of this and kind of show you guys building it from scratch up to what we're going to make it into. It's not going to be anything special. We're not going to make Hickok 45's shooting range out here. It's just going to be, you know, a little area that we carve out so that I can come out here and make videos and we can shoot and stuff like that. But it is going to be cool, and I think that it will also kind of make the videos look a little better because, like I said, whenever you're in direct sunlight, it's just, you know, not that great. So it's also probably going to be better to stop the wind down here too, because for some reason up on the other side of this hill it's windy. I'm sure you guys have heard me complain in a bunch of different videos about it's, you know, sorry for the wind and stuff like that. I don't know if it's just a coincidence that whenever I come out here to do videos it happens to be windy days, but it does seem like for some reason or another up along that area is just really windy, and it's ruined quite a bit of audio for me. So this should be a lot better, especially in the summer. It's going to really thicken up in here, but we don't want to take too many trees down because we do want that canopy over the top so that it does block the sun and the wind, you know. So I'm excited for it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any ideas. Every time I do something, you guys tend to give me better ideas than I had. And there's just a lot of smart people that watch my channel. Like, seriously, I'm not just saying that. Sometimes I'll make a full video and think I covered every base, and then I'll read the comments and it's like, man, I would have done that, or, you know, not in a negative way. They're not saying like, you suck, you did this wrong. I do get those, by the way. But honestly, when I get negative comments, I've wanted to say this for a while. When I get really negative comments, it's usually like 1% of the comments, and, you know, I don't pay attention to them too much. But there's usually 3 or 4 of you guys that just go down there and get rid of those people, and it's awesome to see that. It really is, because as the creator of the channel, I can't really engage people in that kind of stuff because I would just look like, you know, an ass. So I don't really want to engage negative comments, but it is kind of funny whenever I go down there and you see someone just obviously trolling. You know, it's easy to spot, and you guys usually take care of them for me, so I really do appreciate that. And it's kind of entertaining to watch that happen sometimes because they'll delete the comment and then you just don't see them anymore. So yeah, it is pretty funny. But yeah, we're just doing a little woods walk today, guys. Like I said, the weather's just too iffy. It looks like it's going to start raining at any time, so I didn't want to get out all my tripods and guns and stuff like that and, you know, make a video. Although I am somewhat prepared out here. We actually have a bunch of coyotes out here. I'm sure you guys have, you know, heard me mention them before. I actually think I showed you guys or let you guys hear some coyotes howling pretty good in one of my videos, because you just hear them all the time. They're close. They're definitely right out here where I'm at. And my brother-in-law actually said that the other day he heard some that sounded like they were getting pretty close to the house. And when I drove in, there's a cornfield at the next door neighbor's house. They own a bunch of farm property. And I saw 4 of them right in the middle of a cornfield in broad daylight running across the field. Just, I mean, 100 feet away from the house. So that is really close. They do have dogs, obviously. And one of the dogs is kind of known to be a little reckless, and she's definitely not scared of too much. So if she were to, you know, chase after a pack of coyotes, it's not going to be good. And she definitely would do something like that because, like I said, she's just a hunter and a killer, and she would definitely go straight up to a pack of coyotes. So we are on the lookout for them. I know I am. I'm not, you know, looking to kill something I don't need to, but if it does get to that point, we might be making a coyote hunting video, and that would be kind of fun to do, actually. So hopefully they just go away and we don't have to do nothing like that, but they have been sounding like they're pretty close here over the last few weeks. But I think that's about it, guys. I don't want to hold you too long. I just wanted to thank you all for, you know, 10,000 subscribers and kind of bring you out here and show you the new range that we're working on. So again, 10,000 subscribers it still is amazing to me, because whenever I started this channel, that was something that I thought seemed honestly impossible. I really did. I did not think 10,000 subscribers was possible as a gun channel in 2019. It just seems like there's so much suppression and, you know, just so much shenanigans going on at YouTube that it seems like smaller gun channels are really having a hard time growing. And even, you know, small, like I watch a lot of camera videos and stuff. Obviously I'm kind of into the technology side of things, and a lot of those channels I've seen guys that are really good and they make really good videos just have trouble growing. It's just hard. There's so many people on the website now, and it's really hard to grow on YouTube. So being a gun channel, you know, all the odds that we're up against anyways, and still getting to 10,000 subscribers, really about a year after I started doing this seriously. I would say I've been making these videos every week for about a year consistently. I think that's fast, and I think that it's, you know, it's pretty cool. So thank you all so much, man. I can't thank you guys enough. I really do appreciate it. You guys are such a positive group of people, such a cool audience, and I'm just lucky. Sometimes I'll dive into other people's channels and see the kind of comments they get, and we get them too, like I said, but it's rare. And when we do, you know, the loyal supporters that I have are there to back me up, and it really means a lot to me. So stick around, guys. I have a ton of fun stuff planned for this year, and I'm excited to see what we can come up with, because I think the more that we go, the better these will get. And I'm just looking forward to having a lot more fun with you guys this year. So let me know in the comments what else you guys would like to see out here on the range. And like I said, the options are pretty much endless out here. We got our own little chunk of land, and it's gonna be a fun time setting this thing up. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for 10,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you guys soon.